Hello viewers, welcome to our regular show Bola, Kotha, the Untold story from Midlands. Today I have come to a guest who is a businessman, and I am going to ask him, he will be telling us his untold story, the Bola Kotha. So I hope you'll enjoy our show. Let me introduce to you Mr. Monjur Choudhury.
Hello.
Hello Mr. Choudhury, how are you
Hello.
today?
Good, thank you. Thank you. Good day.
How are you doing?
Not too bad, thank you.
Oh, well, I have come here to let my viewers know actually how you've been a successful businessman. So would you like to share a little bit with my viewers today that, what you do and how you became very successful?
Well, we do a lot of development work, residential development, commercial development and industrial. And we have electrical engineering business where we work with a lot of industrial sites, sourcing out power calculations and putting supply lines and connecting this up. We have various other businesses as well.
So is that your main business? Can you actually tell us a little bit about how you started and where you started from?
Well, I started back in 1997. I purchased one of the oldest restaurants in Walsall, which is established in 1963. I went into that in 1997 and sold it when the business reached a peak at 2001. And from there I went into single-let, buy-to-let properties.
So you've just mentioned restaurant, the curry industry.
Yeah.
Why did you actually leave curry industry and go into something else?
One of the things is I've always believed in diversification, and I never believed you should run a business where you just worked and you earned money. The margins had to be right. And in 2001, with competition and things like this, I felt like the margins weren't there. And while my business was at its top level, I thought I'd make more money selling at that time and diversifying, enhance my skills basically.
Taking a different direction.
Different approach.
Okay, so you went to single buy to let. How successful is this now?
Well, it's a lot harder now because the government, I think, are using the private landlord sector as a springboard for political gains. They've introduced Section 24, which you can't claim back the interest relief on mortgages unless you're a limited company, things like that, which has held a bit of a stranglehold. So you've got to be a bit more commercial savvy than go in it as, say, just a one-off property or two, and you've got to take it more of a business sense.
So how did it expand? Did you put a lot of hard work? Do you have to kind of like buy the houses and then sell?
Well, I've always believed that you've got to have an end vision, and my end vision was that I didn't want to know the quantity of properties I've got.
Right, okay.
So like if it was 10 or 20, I had to get to a level where I didn't know the numbers.
One countless.
Was countless. And so one of the things is I never look back what we've achieved, but what we can go forward. So in that sense, I had a good team. I think team is very important. And from single buy-to-lets, we went into refurbishments. From refurbishments, we went into actual developments, buying sites.
So going to refurbishment, do you actually buy the houses which is run down from the auction?
Yeah, from auctions or stressed buyers or people who are in difficult situations that need a quick sale.
So do you have many branches, like say, do you have offices all around Midlands, or do you have nationally in England?
What we have, we are West Midland based. We have a central office in Walsall, and our team works from Walsall. And then we control what we have throughout from Walsall, from our main office.
So you have people working under you who's
Yes.
managing the business?
Yeah.
So what about the Dreamland? This is in England, in UK, you are actually managing all this business and the other people are working under you.
Yeah.
And the Dreamland that you were the founder of Bangladesh project, What inspired you? What made you going back to Bangladesh and invest money there?
Well, what inspired me was I remember going to Bangladesh in approximately, I think, 1998, in the year 2000, and there wasn't, for the middle market, there wasn't really any proper entertainment for holiday makers or general public. And the other thing was, there wasn't really anything for the poorer community or disadvantaged children to go and enjoy a bit of leisure life. And that's where the inspiration came from. And I met up with a brilliant businessman, but whose actual profession is a doctor.
Oh, right.
Whose name is Dr. Sharia. And we put a plan together to do this theme park. And from then on, we've never looked back. It serves a purpose. It serves the community. Plus, every month, we have children from disadvantaged villages that we send out buses to. We collect the children, and they have a free day out.
Oh, right. This is a great thing.
So
yes.
we're giving back to the community as well. And again, putting Sylhet, where my parents and grandparents are from, on the map as well. So I think that was the inspiration, and the thing is to do something from say, like my motherland.
This is the one side that you are actually doing something for the disadvantaged people, like Bangladesh has very poor place, and where the children can't go in a place where they can actually entertain themselves. On the other hand, see tourists from UK, from all over the world, especially Bangladeshi, when they go there, they do look for the entertaining place as well, because when we take when people take their children to Bangladesh, they want to see something like that as well. So how well do you think the people are visiting Dreamland from other countries, not just Bangladesh?
Well, Dreamland is doing exceptionally well. This year we put a proposal together to actually to do a resort, and we've expanded the land. We expanded original Dreamland, and we have a water park next to it, which we've done approximately 5 years ago. I mean, Dreamland's now been established 15 years, and it's going strong, and I think we're putting in another 50 crore in to develop it.
I'm going to continue with Bangladesh. So is there any other project that you are involved in Bangladesh apart from this Dreamland?
Well, we did a residential development there, which is Valley City, in Sylhet, which comprised of detached houses, similar style to the UK, and approximately we built 60 houses there, which was offloaded.
How successful was it then?
That was very successful. It went very quickly, and it was, again, a learning curve and experience. And which opened other avenues for us as a business, and links to different areas of business as well.
Okay. So how well is it going now at the moment?
Well, we do hold land banks in Bangladesh, but we were waiting for, at the moment, how the economy is. It's a bit subdued, so we're waiting for the right time to, again, expand on the development side. We're expanding on the park and the theme park side, because the middle class market is a very rising market. So, yeah, it's stable.
Yeah, but its point to be is that you are actually doing something for the entertainment and everything. What about the industry? Why you never thought of doing an industry in Bangladesh where many people can be employed?
With industry, it's a very difficult market, and in Bangladesh you have to have you have to have a very hands-on approach, and I wouldn't be able to dedicate my time there to give what I would suggest is a fair input to a business.
Okay.
And I think a lot of the government legislation holds our businesses back, and I think rather than accelerating businesses, it creates a hinder, and I think that's the only. That's one of the reasons that stepping back.
And what about the residential development in UK?
Well, our residential, as I am living in the UK, I have a more hands-on approach. We can delegate matters, we can leave matters to other people to deal with, but again, the old rule, I am here so I can verify what's been delegated and that it's done. England has a great, there's great opportunities here. It's a very minimum land base as a country.
Yes.
So you know, and the population is just continually growing.
Yes.
In that sense, the opportunities are there. You know, different times calls for different solutions.
Different solutions, yes. Right, okay, freelance inspection electrical engineering company. When did you actually started this business?
Freelance inspection and testing came about. I was looking for a very good engineer to design the lighting system for this house where we're doing the interview, and he was an engineer actually who worked in Fort Dunlop, which makes Boeing aeroplane tyres, and he did this as a side hobby. And I brought him in as an operations director and opened this, and what we wanted to focus on was industrial estates, plus different three-phase type electrical supports, and designing lighting system and gearing and things like that, more on the commercial sector, which also helped our residential side of the businesses as well, where we did the apartments. That's been going since 2009, and it's well established.
Well, you are well known to Midlands. You are a business icon. So can you actually tell me a little bit, what have you done for our community in UK? Is there anything that you have done our community which people are very proud to, Mr. Choudhury?
Well, in Walsall, the first mosque, Masjid Usman, that was founded in Walsall, dates back to 1960. And the community has funded the development of the mosque, but only the ground floor was done. Going back to 2013, my team together, we completed the first floor, the final phase of the development of the mosque, which is enjoyed by all the community in Walsall. And it facilitates ladies going to the mosque to read Tarabi, to do other educational functions, which are, you know, immensely pleased to put that time and effort in, because again, it's feeding back to the community, giving back, and above all to my own faith as well.
Right.
And in 2015, I built a 3-story mosque in Kidderminster for the Bengali community. Our team was in charge of it, and we did from inception to completion stage.
Why Kidderminster then?
Kidderminster, well, what it was, there were few people, and the committee from the Kidderminster Mosque was very impressed with the work that was done and carried out and completed in Walsall, that they asked us if we can do the project in Kidderminster. And again, being it's a mosque and for the community, we found it beneficial to all.
Was it funded by yourself or?
Well, with the Walsall Mosque, where I'm actually based, that was funded through the community, and partly was given by my company. And Kidderminster Mosque was actually funded by their own community in Kidderminster, but the pricing structure was done to subsidise that cost of the build, to help them to get fruition of their project.
Right. You have actually told your untold story all about your business. In Bola, Kotha, the untold story, I would like to ask you some of your personal questions. Okay. So if you could tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you born and brought up in UK?
I was actually born in Bangladesh, Sylhet. I came to the UK when I was 3. My educational background is in the UK.
Okay.
I visit Bangladesh on a regular basis. I have 3 wonderful children. My daughter just graduated. She's got as a chemical engineer. She's got a Bachelor of Engineering.
How proud are
And
they about you?
I think they are. I mean, like, they inspire me to do what I do.
Okay.
And I think it has reciprocal for both sides, I think, for the children and myself. On that basis, yeah, I mean, I think they are proud, and I'm very proud of them as well. They work hard.
Right, okay. We always say behind a successful man there is the woman. So what do you say your success was? Who is behind your success?
I think a lot of my success comes down to, I think, after God and my parents' blessings, I think it's just being relentless in what you do, and having the right team in businesses, having the right team, having the right, I think, having the right vision, a goal there, and to reach that goal.
So from your childhood, did you had ambitions, or like this is something that you must have that to become a big person, what you are today? So from what age you were thinking to become a business person? Have you actually done any qualification, or have you attended university to reach what you are today?
I did my OND diploma in business and finance, and I didn't further my education career. But but I've always inspired by challenges and the drive when people say that it can't be done, and to make things happen. And the things that I do, I think, influences a lot of people, and it helps them or benefits them in some way, and myself. But it has a great impact in a change that happens. So, you know, from a dream, you metaphorsize into something, and it's there in front of you, and it's tangible.
Is there any future plans? Like, what do you want to, like, have you got any more plans to do something else? Like, you are actually involved in a multiple task, in a multiple companies that you own today. So do you have any future plans?
I mean, the old saying is, if you've got no ambition or no goal from when you wake up in the morning, you might as well roll over and go to sleep.
Okay.
So, I mean, with my thing is, if something comes and, you know, if I see there is something that could be visualized and we can make things happen from it, yes, I would look at it. There's never a day that is, I can say, is dull. It's very different. And, you know, opportunities are always there. It's the old saying, like, you know, the harder I work, the more luck I have.
Yes.
You know, so.
Okay, thank you very much. Your Untold story was very interesting, and I hope my viewers out there, they will be inspired by you, like people who watching today, my Bola, Kotha, the Untold story. So thank you very much for being with us today, and thank you for inviting us in your house.
Thank you.
Hello viewers, I hope you enjoyed our show with Mr. Monjur Choudhury from Midlands, and I'll see you next time in my next episode.